So in this instructional video, we're going to be covering two rescuer CPR, that is, when an AED and a bag valve mask is available. Situations like this are going to be when you're calling a code in a clinical setting or emergency medical responders, professional rescuers, and an ambulance or first response team has this equipment available. AEDs alone might be something you'll find on a wall in a mall or at an airport or train station. They're becoming more and more easily recognizable and accessible, which is good news for cardiac arrest victims. But now we're going to just simply walk through the steps on how to use these tools in a two rescuer CPR scenario. So the same thing happens as the last time, although they didn't have an AED last time or any equipment. The first rescuer recognizes the emergency, clears the scene for safety, activates emergency medical response, or calls a code, which is how this equipment's going to come. Then the second rescuer comes in with the equipment while the first rescuer is doing the CPR. We are not going to delay the use of AED for the sake of doing CPR. As soon as the AED is on scene, we start putting the AED together, turning it on, getting it onto the patient, and hoping that it shocks the patient back into a circulating rhythm. If there's a delay because of situations like there's water that needs to be dried up, or the patient needs to be moved out of the standing water, there's maybe combustible liquids close by, maybe there's other hazards, combustible gases, those are reasons we would not be able to use the AED. Those are contraindications to use. And unless you can remove those out of the environment or move the patient to a more stable environment, that's going to basically make it so that we cannot use the AED. In this scenario, we're going to say that there's nothing stopping us from using the AED. There's no standing water, no combustible liquids or gases, nothing that would stop us from being able to safely use the AED on this patient.
Scene safe, have gloves, rescue mat. Are you all right? Are you okay?
You in the white shirt, go call emergency response and come right back.
Hey, I got an AED.
This is a training device only. No shock will be delivered. Remove clothing from person's chest.
Okay, I'll go ahead and cut the check.
Attach pads firmly to person's chest as shown. Plug in connector. Check connector and pads. Check connector and pads. Check connector and pads. Check connect. Analyzing rhythm. Everyone stand clear.
Everyone clear?
Shock advised. Charging. Everyone stand clear.
Everybody clear?
Everyone stand clear. Push the shock delivered. Begin 5 cycles of CPR.
Okay, continue CPR. 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and 11, 12 and 13 and 14 and 15 and 16 and 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. One and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8.
1 minute and 30 seconds of CPR remain.
14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
And we continue 30 compressions and 2 breaths until the AED tells us to stop again.